Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, and let's start with this daily analysis to see what we have and what we're gonna have today. So as you can see, our bull run 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 here has been finished and done toward the upside in highest possibility, where we have topped here for a wave 5 in double 1, 2 of course, rather than triple 1, 2. Now of course, if you are still bullish, you would like to see of course higher prices for your wave 5 here. However, it is very low possibility, and that because yesterday we got of course our 3 corrective wave here and dropping down again, of course, a signal of bullish impulse invalidation in case we had an impulse, and then we're moving continuously toward the downside. This is our possibility for the bearish scenario, which it has won of course the fight here between the bullish and the bearish scenario. At the end, of course, our analysis took this one, took the highest possibility right now, and of course is unfolding towards the upside with double 1-2s here. After having a big W, X, and a Y, your wave Y is this triangle, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 5, finishing this impulse and the bull run with it, and now moving of course with 3 waves toward the downside. And this is exactly where of course on this channel we found this analysis, of course, and where we can definitely call just double 1-2s rather than triple 1-2s, right? And to be honest, of course, I was inspired from Solana by this, because Solana gave me the inspiration of course, how to turn probably here into a longer correction rather than being a triple 1-2. And that was a really nice inspiration from Solana, to be honest, to give us this scenario and to show us how it can transform simply. I mean, it was a trick, to be honest, because it's very simple, of course, to think that this is ABC and you have triple 1-2s. Yeah, this is the most simple thing. But yeah, if you see a bigger WXY and double 1-2 after it, then you will catch the market exactly that you might possibly move toward the downside. And we were not surprised when this happened, because we were ready, right? On this channel we were already there since here, since the top, and we said, okay guys, that is a scenario might unfold, and we move towards the downside. And of course this is what's going on right now, and currently we are in our last scenario for the bearish. Remember, I gave of course 3 arrows for of course this bearish market. The first one was given exactly in this area, right? This one. And then the second arrow was this one for the CME gap. And now currently the biggest scenario is actually working and start to work in an A, B, and a C toward the downside. So the target for this A, B, and a C toward the downside is a 1-to-1 fib level at $68K dollar, of course. We're talking here about a regular flat. Of course, we can hit even the 67. Very nice. Don't forget that our invalidation for this bullish, where you might still, of course, looking for a wave 4, but the time right now and the pattern are against it totally. Of course, we cannot expect a wave 4 anymore. And yeah, so probably the 66 even can be taken, right? And to invalidate, of course, this bullish scenario, because normally, look at this, guys. If the price action hits here and then move towards the upside, you can still say, oh, this is still a triple 1-2. Why? Because it didn't invalidate the scenario, right? So yeah, much preferably, I prefer always to totally invalidate the scenario, even like to eliminate the chance. Let me check, by the way, that was the wave 1 of the yellow. Yeah, here we have to take it from here actually, which is 64 even. Here we go. So this is a invalidation of bullish, yeah. So preferably to take the price, because if you move from higher, we can still come back to here and say, oh, there was still 1-2, which it was not invalidated. The price did not, of course, interfere with the zone 1 of it, and then of course it's still working, you know, like, so preferably, of course, to invalidate this and then move with a new bull run, because if we move from here, it might be a very shallow wave 5 as well. Yeah, so we need a new bull run to the upside, of course, and 65k I think is a nice target. Anyway, the ABC here will give us, of course, a target between the 68k and the 67k. Now, of course, definitely it can be a little bit extended wave C, and yeah, sure, we can get, of course, even a little bit lower to 65k is very, very normal. Yeah. So the blue box that we are looking for here is definitely this one, and preferably as well this one. Yeah, like a little bit lower, this area. Yeah, preferably taking the 65 would be nice psychological number anyway, right? 65k, moving for higher, starting the bull run from 65k. Very nice. So if we take, of course, a closer look here, we can see that our channeling worked perfectly, right? The base channel here worked perfectly, of course, as a resistance. Moving towards the downside, I think these are our last days that we see those channels, because it's done once your impulse is done. And you see a confirmation that we're moving towards the downside. That means, of course, we don't need it anymore. The impulse is done. We don't need to see any kind of acceleration channels anymore. Of course, a new one will be given once we start a new bull run. So let's move also to the Bitcoin dominance. So many of you guys were asking me for the Bitcoin dominance, and sorry that I couldn't cover it as this weekend because it was a little bit busy weekend. Also, we had the live stream. So very nice that we can cover anyway the Bitcoin dominance here. As you can see, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 move towards the upside, considering that we have finished a wave 5 here. But your wave 5 doesn't look like really impulsive. So yeah, I would say it might still have one more wave towards the upside for the Bitcoin dominance here. We might have, of course, here definitely it is a correction here. Definitely, there is nothing impulsive, I think, because if we move in the 4-hour chart, yeah, you cannot really yeah, there is nothing impulsive. Even here, it looks like 3 waves. In case you want to take 1, 2, and then move to the downside, it doesn't work. So meaning you are kind of like in a triangle here, but you can call it WXY, of course. A big WXY, somehow like this, W, X, and a Y. And probably your wave Y might be a triangle and then moving toward the upside. Yeah? W, X, and a Y. Triangle and then moving toward the upside and finishing one more wave, I think, yeah, for Bitcoin. Meaning, guys, what does this mean? If we, of course, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin will move bullish, right? So that means only, I mean, Bitcoin and the altcoins might be bearish, but of course, if the altcoin will bleed very heavily as usually, right? When Bitcoin drop a little bit for a bear market, the altcoin might bleed very heavily as usual, and might means that Bitcoin, of course, dominance will move toward the upside, because yeah, the altcoin will face a major drop, bleeding. So it's gonna be a bloodbath, guys. And this is coming with the wave C, which we are currently into it right now. So be careful, guys. Yeah, this is regarding Bitcoin dominance, what I can say. And yeah, so let's see what's gonna happen. Back to Bitcoin for our chart here, and of course what we are looking for right now is our wave C toward the downside. As you can see, after 3 waves down here, we have, of course, A or WXY finishing wave A. We're looking for a wave B and, of course, a wave C toward the downside. We're looking at least for the 68K or 67K as well, we said, yeah. So yeah, almost 68K. 1-to-1, don't forget that a regular flat can have the 1.05 as well. Here we go. Yep. 67K as well can be possible, and preferably, as we said, of course, even getting a little bit to 65 would be a nice number, right? So basically, now inside it on the 1-hour chart here, we can see, of course, we have finished a wave, or we are on the road to finish a wave 4 in the yellow here. After a finished wave 3, because we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3 in yellow, ABC for your wave 4. Of course, we're looking for something corrective here, whatever it happens. of course we might move a little bit up and then continuation toward the downside. So our target for a wave 4 here is the following. If we have a wave 4 targets, yeah, you are right now in the 0.38. Very nice. Okay, one second. What happened to the targets here? So we did not even touch the 0.23, and of course we are looking for higher, at least this blue box here, yeah, to be reached. And yeah, based on the time, of course, perfect is still perfect was the timing here for the wave 2. So I would say yeah, we gonna, yeah, reach inside this box here, and of course preferably that we just get it right. I mean, just move toward the upside to get this blue box at the 0.23, and then moving toward the downside. Of course it can range even longer, the double time, and then getting to the wave 5. And of course we're gonna put the target during the intraday or at the end of the day. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.